Alright, welcome to the station on ratio tables, and we are not going to watch this video. It did not work very well, so instead I'm going to do this quick video for you to watch. And the concept here is we're going to use a ratio table to help us solve a word problem that might be otherwise a little bit confusing. So let's just follow through the first one and see if it makes sense. It says a person who weighs 160 pounds on Earth will weigh 416 pounds on Jupiter. So as you can see, we put our initial values in our table. So this was our start. And then it says if a person weighs 120 pounds on Earth, how much will they weigh on Jupiter? So down here is our ending. Well, if you just started with 160 and you had to get to 120 using multiplication and division, hopefully you can see that 120 is not a multiple of 160. There's nothing we could easily divide or multiply by to get that. So watch what we do. Instead, we decide that we're going to start out and divide both the Earth and the Jupiter weight by 4. To get 40 pounds on Earth will be 104 pounds on Jupiter. So here's our action. We divide by 4. Now, why do you think we did that to get a 40? Well, hopefully you see that 40 is a multiple of 120. So if our end result is to get 120 here, do you see that you can easily just multiply by 3 to get your final results? So your final result is going to be 104 times 3, which is 312 pounds on Jupiter. Okay? So let's take a look at the next one. There are 12 boys and 16 girls in a class. At that rate, how many boys would there be if there were 28 girls? So our end result down here is that we want to get to 28 girls. Well, just like before, to go from 16 to 28 by multiplying or dividing, it's not easy to do to begin with. But if you notice, our action, if we divide each of these first by 4, we'd get 3 boys to 4 girls. Therefore, our next step, we could multiply by 7 to get 21 boys and 28 girls. So we just kind of use that ratio table. Another thing I want to point out is all these ratios, 12 to 16, 3 to 4, and 21 to 28 are all equivalent ratios. They all represent the same relationship between boys and girls. And the way you can figure that out is just through multiplication, multiplying each thing by 4, or dividing by 4, I'm sorry, then multiplying by 7, get equivalent ratios. Okay. So the next one. If 3 cups of water weigh 12 ounces, how heavy would 10 cups of water be? Well, we can't immediately jump from 3 to 10, so we need to figure out what to do. Well, the only thing we could possibly divide by is 3. If we divide this by 3, divide this by 3, we would get 1 cup of water has a weight of 4 ounces. And that works out pretty well. So then to go from 1 cup to 10 cups, we'd multiply by 10. So you would be left with 40 ounces. Okay. So within your groups, I would like you to see if you guys can figure out these remaining 2. And then when you turn this over, we continue just to work with the same things. I'd like you to work through the rest of this as well. Good luck, and come see me if you have any questions.